Oh my goodness gracious. Everybody, it's me, Mr. Santee, Rob McNelis, and I'm here with Francie Burdick, my partner in crime oftentimes. Usually behind the scene because you really hate the freaking camera, and I don't understand it because she's awesome. But and we have Ellie in the background. If you can't tell, she's Francie's dog, and she is entertaining herself just wonderfully back there with what used to be a Frisbee and no longer is. I think it's now just a disc. Just a ring?
Yeah, her in-house disc.
Her in-house disc. Hey, anyways, we are here together because we do have an announcement. After 8 years of being with Move It Mortgage, which is an amazing company, a wonderful company, and so blessed to have been able to be a part of that family for that many years. We made a move.
Yes, we have.
We have moved to Omni Home Lending, division of Novus Mortgage, and we are excited about this. And I'm so happy to be able to bring Francie with me. And we have Berenice, our V is back again with us. So our old assistant, she's back with us again. And Ellie's excited about it very much. You can tell she's just having her own party back there. But we got V back, and we're bringing on Cameron McLeland, the not so good half of the Haley McLeland real estate team. He's all right. I mean, Haley's pretty cool, but he's all right.
How can you compete with Haley?
I know you can't compete with Haley.
Don't even try.
So we got them. We have Cameron as well coming over with us, and we'll be building from there. But right now, this is us getting started, and we are super excited to be doing loans with Omni Home Lending. So we're really based, kind of like I said, we're in Rancho San Diego is where the home office is, but
call it that.
Yeah, but we're in Temecula, we're in Orange County, we're in all over San Diego. We're going to be kind of all over the place. Chula Vista, yes, East Lake. And it is a joint venture with Century 21. Oh my God. I would have flashback there. With Century 21, but we obviously will still be doing loans with anybody and everybody, refis, and it's anywhere in the country. So not just California. If you've got a property anywhere in the country that you're looking for financing, we're here to help. We'd love to help out. We'd love to do it right now as rates have started to finally come back down again. Right as spring is getting ready to spring. It hasn't sprung. Spring has not sprung, but it's getting ready to spring. Springing soon. So as that begins to happen, we will be ready, and I think rates will be right where we need them. I think we're going to see, yeah, right. I think we're going to see 5%. I think we're going to get to a 5% spring, summer. We'll see that, but in the meantime, the other side of that is as rates get lower. Of course, that heats up the market again, and spring is the time when everybody wants to buy anyways, which heats up the market. So I get in now because we may end up seeing those bidding wars come back again. I know nobody wants to hear that, but except for sellers. Yeah. But we may end up seeing that again as rates finally have stabilized and they're on the downturn rather than every week, how much higher is it going to get and where is it going to go to? So we went from a little over a year ago from the high twos, low threes to November, we were at 7.5% in that range. So now back down to the low sixes, and it continues to get lower and lower for us. So hey, reach out if it's for your scenario, what's going on with you specifically. And Francie and I are obviously we're ready, willing, and able to help out with that and answer those questions. But speaking of questions, Joe, you told me there were some questions. Producer Joe's in the background as always. Joe, there were some questions. What were they? Phil Simon asked the status of the old hometown buffet location. I did see on Facebook somebody had posted that it's going to be a Chuck E. Cheese, and yes, that is who bought the building is Chuck E. Cheese Corporation. They are doing a new concept of Chuck E. Cheese. It'll be the first one, as I understand, the first one in California will be the one that they're doing in Santee. It's kind of reinvented. They're trying to reinvent themselves, and Ellie is just having fun.
She's here for support.
That's what, moral support.
Yep.
She's your support dog. Like I said, she doesn't like doing this stuff. I drug her into this. You have no idea how mad how mad she was at me for dragging her into this. No warning. If I gave you warning, you wouldn't do it. No. You'd find a way. She goes, if you'd have told me what you were asking, what I'm doing, I would have said I'm in Egypt. Yeah. Facts. And see how easy this is? Look at this. So, all right, back to that. So Chuck E. Cheese. It's going to be a Chuck E. Cheese. I know I've had a lot of people, why don't you put in something else there? Why don't you put an Old Town Spaghetti Factory? Why don't you put in, what was the other, what's the store that everybody goes to in La Mesa?
Trader Joe's.
Trader, why don't you put, well, you should put Trader.
Yeah,
We
why
don't
not?
have, we don't unfortunately have the ability to force a business to come into town. When a business buys a building and it's a permittable business, we really don't have the ability to say no. It's a legal business. They can, and they own the property. They can do what they want as long as it's within the law. So obviously Chuck E. Cheese is within the law, so that's who's going in there. There was let's see, Anna Paul asked the Stratus of Carl Strauss, and a theater. So theater is on hold. As most people know, the whole theater industry got just crushed because of COVID. That just destroyed the industry as a whole, and in fact, the contractor or the applicant that we had under contract went bankrupt. Studio Movie Grill, the corporation, went bankrupt, so they're out, but they're trying to reorganize and see if they can come back. We understand that there are other entities that are talking, but nobody's really looking to expand on movie theaters because they just don't know how the public's going to take it and if there's going to be a mass entry back to it. Let's think about the other side of that as well. The other side of that is, 10 years ago, a 65-inch TV was like a really big TV.
Mm-hmm.
65-inch flat screen was a really big TV, and it was probably, $3,000 for it. Now you can get them at Costco for $600, and that's just an average TV. They're now 80.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they're now 80-inch TVs with phenomenal sound systems, and movies are streaming faster than ever before from the theater to your home theater. And you could stop it whenever you want. You could have dinner, you can go to the restroom, pause it. Nobody's upset about it. You could talk during it like some people like to do during a movie. They know who they are. And now you've got, thanks, Ellie.
I know.
Whoa, hey.
Very friendly.
She was very friendly there. Thank you. So all that together, it's giving pause to the theater industry as to whether they want to move forward and spend millions of dollars to build a building when they're not certain that the public will adopt it as like they once did.
Mm-hmm.
They actually don't make money really on the big movies any longer. We're finding out that where they make their money is on the gaming. Gaming, like professional gaming. They do these gaming tournaments. They play it up on a big screen while people are competing, and they're doing it online, and people actually pay to sit in the gallery and watch people play video games. Crazy as it sounds, it's a really big, so that's something that's being added to theaters. And then of course, you have to have like the full food and bar service at every seat. You have to have the restaurant side of it. And frankly, in order for it to really pan out, pencil out, you have to have other ancillary services. And this location in particular, because the county still has deed restrictions on it, makes it difficult for that to happen. So I honestly, the answer is we don't know. We don't. Francie is doing great. Look at that. Somebody said Francie's doing great. Look at you. You were afraid of this. And then as far as Carl Strauss goes, Carl Strauss is still in the process. They're moving forward. They're looking to try and partner up with another entity that I can't say right now, but I promise you, if they make this work, you're going to be exceptionally happy about it, because I am, if they can make this work. But they are definitely moving forward. They are, ask how rates are these days. Oh, you got it. We will ask how rates are. I actually you missed that. You jumped in late, Jerome. But anyways, Carl Strauss, they do plan on moving forward. They do plan on putting a facility there. They still do plan on doing the whole kind of outdoor entertainment area, similar to what Stone has done and others that do, that the adult grotto, I like to call it. And then some sort of a restaurant concept and a tasting room. It's the rest of it that they don't necessarily need that much space any longer. So that's why they're looking to partner up with another entity that will go hand in hand with that and make it yet again an incredible addition to our entertainment district here in the city of Santee. As far as rates go, rates right now, they are, as we said earlier, in the low sixes. As of right now, Tuesday is CPI comes out, a consumer price index comes out, and we will see, that'll probably be the next market mover as far as what's going to happen. So if inflation's still hot, that could have a negative effect. We actually think that it's going to come in lower year over year. So it'll be adjusted, and that will actually help home loan rates. So the market is really just not sure what it wants to do right now. All eyes are on Tuesday, waiting for Tuesday. So we will find out. Tuesday is definitely a big day. We'll find out more then. But the big day, really, May 10th. May 10th. CPI comes out on May 10th. That is when we know, because it's year over year, you're replacing. Thank you, Ellie.
Jeez.
That's when you're replacing. Oh, hi.
Come on.
That's when we're replacing year over year numbers. So
Sorry.
if you go back a year ago, inflation was already on the upswing back then, and it's actually going to be lower. So that year over year will compound. And so we already know that May 10th, we should see a really good adjustment. But until then, we don't necessarily know. I think that February, I think this one will actually be, we will actually see lower we'll see lower rates coming. March is where I'm not sure if inflation, we may just kind of be at par for inflation in March. April, I think we'll see something lower, but May should be a big number change, and that will be probably the kickoff for significantly lower rates, shooting down from there, because it continues to go from that point on. Can a rental investment property be purchased with a HELOC? I know who's asking that question. And the answer is yes. You can purchase an investment property with a home equity line of credit, if you qualify, obviously. So if you qualify for both loans, and what you have to do is with that home equity line of credit, we have to qualify you based on as if you maxed out the line of credit. So whatever the high point interest rate would be and the maximum loan amount, whatever that payment equates to, that's what we have to count against you. If you qualify for that, and purchasing the other property with rents offsetting the other payment, which is totally fine. You get 75% credit of, so let's say a property is going to rent for $1,000 a month. We can give you $750 a month credit towards offsetting that payment. Altogether, that all qualifies out. And yeah, absolutely. You can use a home equity line of credit as the down payment for an investment property or a second home or whatever you want to use it for. I think, did I get them all, Joe? Was that it? Did I miss anything? Besides Francie doing good.
Was it?
Look at this, Francie.
I paid them too.
You did.
Right on time.
They nailed it. They nailed it. I think we've got this down. We good. Perfect. So if you have any other questions about what's going on in Santee, of course, I'm happy to answer those every single week. We are back on track. Francie is doing great. Look at that. I think next time we'll be coming to you from our new office. Maybe we'll have Cameron there. Yeah. We have him show up on camera since I made you do this.
And we won't tell him either.
No, it'll just be, let's just do this. So you have no idea. Yeah, it's fun. It's easy. This is easy. All right. So anything else, hit us up online, ask your questions online. I'll answer them online. But then if it's something that we need to bring on to the next show next week, I'll be happy to answer it then as well. Until next week, though, Rob McNelis, Mr. Santee, signing out with Francie Burdick and Payton now. Payton. Francie Payton. Maybe official name change. It's been over a year. Two. Oh my gosh, is it really been 2 years?
Yeah.
January 1st. She got married on January 1st.
So it's time.
It's time. She finally made the official name change. So company change and name change all at the same time. It's all good. It's all good. Life's going to be great in 23. Renewed me in 2023. I think that's my motto for the year. Hopefully you have a great one too. If you do, put it below. Let us hear what your motto for the year is. And hopefully it's positive. Stay positive. Come on. Life is good. Let's just live it. We'll talk to you next week. Have a wonderful week. And we'll see you then.
Right.
Bye.